Gun Freak Nation, how y'all doing out there? I want to talk about what's happening right now in the country. You know, if you hear some noise, some background ambiances, that's my son playing his video game. You feel me? But I need to, on a serious note, the information that I got from a highly reliable source that's in, Homeland Security, it ain't looking good. And I feel that you need to be armed. If it's ever a time that you are on the fence about buying a firearm, now's the time to do it, because it's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. And if you love your family, if you love your peace of mind, just having peace and being able to protect your family, the information that I received earlier today, you need to get armed as soon as possible, because we're dealing in a situation where it's probably going to be a breakdown in law. It's going to be a lawless society, and if the police dissolve, it's going to be chaos. And you need to be able to protect yourself, because all hell is going to break loose if this go down the way that I think it's going to go down. And mark my words, if Kamala get into office, and let's not make no mistake. Let's not mistake this right here. She's already in office. She's the vice president now. So all that stuff she's saying, well, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. If you truly love this country, you've been in power for the last 4 years, basically 4 years. Why haven't you did it now? Why aren't you doing it right now? It's not, she want people to just, she want to pretend that she's not the vice president, the sitting vice president right now. Make that make sense. She's the sitting vice president. I know, well, she don't call the shots, the president, still she got influence, man. She's the vice president. So whenever she's telling y'all basically what she think y'all want to hear. That's her whole MO. I recently watched the an interview that, somebody that worked with her, that been knowing her for years, and man, I'm telling you, if she become president, she's coming for our guns. Listen, I got reliable resources that reached out to me. We talked on the phone about damn near 3 hours. This person got connections, and I can't give their name, but they know that they're not going to be able to take, I don't think, what they told me, they don't think it's going to be a scenario where they come into your house, to your home, to, collect your weapons, your guns, the AR-15s. But I'm going to touch base on that later. A lot of people have been misled by that interview that she did, when she said she's a gun owner. Her and Tim are gun owners. But they didn't hear her correctly. It skipped over a lot of people's heads, their ears. They she said, I'm a gun owner. And I'm not doubting her, but you notice she said, I am a gun owner. So she's talking in code. Basically, her gun is a pistol. She didn't say she owned a rifle. See, her problem is she don't want us to have AR-15s, AK-47s, anything that got a magazine with a high capacity, 30 rounds. She don't want us to have that. Now, the information that I received today is that they know it's impossible when we got millions and millions of ARs in the hands of Americans, man. That's an impossible, task to take every one of them. And we already know that the criminals is not going to give theirs up, right? That's a no-brainer. The criminals ain't having it. So the information I received is that she's going to do some type of import thing where she going to stop weapons, so-called assault weapons from being imported into the country. Sort of like the embargo, the restrictions they got against Russia from when Russia first invaded, what's that part of Ukraine? Crimea, whatever it was when they did that back in like 2014. Obama and them put in a ban against like certain AKs and stuff like that. She's going to do something like that. But from the source that I got, and it's a reliable source, they're not going to necessarily be going door to door taking people, AR-15s. They're going to go to the gun shops. They're going to go after, most important to them, they're going after the ammo. 5.56, 223, 7.62 by 39. From my sources, she will be doing a ammo ban where that's going to be banned. So I'm telling y'all now, if you use up all your ammo at the range or hunting and all that, it's number one, when she do the ammo ban, the ammunition ban, people not gonna be so readily, just shooting their guns at the gun ranges and hunting and stuff like that. You're gonna want to reserve it. So that's gonna stop a lot of shooting. Number two, if you use all your ammo up and you don't have any more, then your gun, your AR, is basically just a paperweight. It's gonna be useless. You're not going to be able to utilize it because you can't feed it ammo. A gun without bullets is useless. So she's going to be, from my information, this person is deep in this. And they got the credentials. I've seen it. She's going to go after the ammo to where it's like a drought. And it's going to be scarce and you're not going to be able to find it, because it's going to be banned. She's going to go after the gun shops. ATF is going to the gun shops, taking all the 5.56, 223, and 7.62, and whatever else they consider. So I got that from a reliable source. I believe this person. You can't put nothing past this woman. You need to stock up on ammo, get your guns, because I seriously believe it's about to be a breakdown in society, man. Civil unrest is coming. They thrive off of that. They looking for something, a tipping point, where they can activate martial law. Now, we got these borders that's been wide open the last 4 years. You don't think terrorists are already over here? We already know it's 13,000 convicted murderers that's walking the streets of America right now. Migrants, illegal migrant murderers that's been convicted, 14,000 of them. We already know that it's 16,000 that has been convicted of sexual assault, basically rapists, that's walking around amongst us right now. And those are the ones that have already been caught and set loose into society. We speculating that it's even far more than that walk through the border that didn't get caught by ICE. So we living in some crazy times, man. We got 2 wars going on right now. Russia and Ukraine, Israel and Hezbollah and Iran potentially. They sending American soldiers over there to Israel right now with missile systems because of when Iran launched that attack on Israel October 1st, sending almost 200 missiles over there. Iran is planning to retaliate. Israel is planning to retaliate, and America is sending missile systems over there to help protect Israel when Iran responds to their retaliation. So that's a war. It's a tit for tat that's going on right now. And over in Ukraine, in the Russia war, that's basically a proxy war. That's basically the United States fighting Russia on its own territory. Think about it, man. All of the weapons, the majority of the weapons that's making the Ukrainians have a gain and sustain them in that war, it's all been sent over there by the United States, man. It's an experiment. So World War III can break out at any day, any moment. World War III can break out. So at any time, I have never seen it this bad, this crazy. We got inflation, we got wars, rumors of wars, and you don't think that they got sleeper cells already set up in this country? All they waiting on is that it's a signal to activate. It's not, a lot of people, they say America can never be invaded. It can never be invaded because we got our guns, right? Well, I hate to break the news to you. This country has already been invaded by Biden and Harris, leaving that border wide open the last 4 years. They are already over here. Trust me, it ain't going to be a war over there. It's going to be a war over here. And this is why we need our AR-15s and whatever else we may have to arm ourselves, to defend ourselves and our families and our way of life. If she get in office, mark my words, she's coming for our guns, or she coming for the ammunition. She's gonna do it the slick way, because they know it's impossible to be, they don't have enough manpower to, it's impossible. We already own them. But what they can do is take the bullets away, the ammo. I believe, like what my resources said, she's going to go after the ammo, man. That's why don't be so fast going to these ranges and racing it, because you just may need that ammunition when the shit hits the fan. It's just that simple, man. Y'all got to be ready. Y'all got to be prepared. This woman, man, is diabolic, man. It's sinister. She got plans. She got plans. If you thought Biden was bad, nah, she gonna be 100 times worse. Okay? And she don't give a damn. She's the one that's really wanting to be a dictator, a Marxist or whatever. You know, you see what they did to Biden. They made him, that man wanted to, trust me, that man wanted to continue to run for a second term to be president. And when they saw that he couldn't do it, how bad he performed in that debate against Trump, they was like, nah, you got to go. Okay? Kamala, man, she's an opportunist, man. And she know what she's doing. She's very, very slick. In that documentary, in that interview that I saw, it's not a documentary, but an interview. Man, her career started off of being corrupt. Her career started off her being a mistress to Willie Brown. Look up, if you don't believe me, Google Willie Brown. I think he was like the San Francisco mayor or something like that. He was married. And he had an affair with her. Okay? That's who got her into politics. That's who was well connected, knew everybody, a lot of crooked people, and it got her in the circle where she was well connected with his people. And she returned the favor by being his mistress, man. That's how she came up. Look at her life, man. Look how she got in the position of being the vice president. Didn't nobody want to vote for her? But Biden was so desperate. Biden was so desperate to get the black vote. He wanted to put a so-called black woman to make her vice president. And you see how it backfired on his ass. And you see how she was so happy to replace him. Right now, he's bitter. He's mad at her behind the scenes. I'm seeing on the news and reports that there's tension between her campaign and his staff, his administration staff. Her campaign people was complaining that Biden's staff is not doing enough to support her campaign. Why would he? When they made that man, they forced that man, to drop off the race, man. So when she said that she don't want, when she said she's a gun owner, don't buy. I mean, when she said she's a gun owner, don't buy into that. And keep in mind, this woman got Secret Service around her, protecting her 24/7. And I guarantee you, they got the heavy duty stuff, the fully auto stuff, all right? And even if she did have an AR, it don't mean she want us to have one. So Gun Freak Nation, I need y'all to take this serious. If you love your family, if you love yourself, if you love your family, you must be able to defend them. Get armed, get your ammo up, because it's about to hit the fan, y'all. I'm not trying to scare nobody. I'm not trying to fearmonger. But y'all see where this country is at right now, man. I wouldn't be surprised if a civil war was to break out. I've never seen the country so divided. When I did that YouTube short, vote for Trump, don't be a chump, vote for Trump, man, I got so much hate. I don't even know how they got a hold to my email, how they found my channel to, but the type of, man, listen. And then the way Obama was in that room and the way he talked down to all those black men, I thought any second he was going to take his belt off and start whooping them, man. Because he scolded the hell out of them. It's time for us to wake up and have an independent mind and think for ourselves. Don't be doing that corny identity politics. You know, so many people, well, you know, she's a woman, I'm gonna vote for her. Oh, what make it even more special, she's a black woman, so I'm gonna vote for her. Man, I've been called a sellout so many times, man. If I had $1 for every time I got called a sellout or Uncle Tom, I'd be a millionaire. But you got to do what's best for you at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? You know, it is what it is. I'm telling y'all, something is brewing and it's about to erupt like a volcano. And you need to get out the way and be prepared because it's coming. And if this woman becomes president, whew, man, I really believe my source, they're gonna go, they not necessarily gonna go for the guns, but they definitely going for the ammo. It's gonna be another ammo Gatton. It's gonna be a drought. Even if the military buy all of it up, or they I don't even think they're gonna do that. I think they just gonna ban it and they're gonna take it. It's gonna be illegal for gun shops to sell those particular rounds. 5.56 223 762 by 39. It's gonna be illegal. So within that, by that alone, it's going to create a drought. No one is going to be just, you know, so easily ready to go to the range or go hunt and race their ammo, because they know once it's gone, man. And that's dirty and low down and diabolical, man. And we got all these brainwashed people that's been indoctrinated, that's going along with it and still voting for her. Make it make sense. Gunfreak Nation, I appreciate every single one of y'all, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, grow the channel. More people need to hear this message. You know, I feel like I'm in the Matrix or something, man. You know, I feel like you got the red pill and you got the blue pill, man. And it's like we are awoke. We can see. We ain't sleep. We see what's going on. I feel like that movie. Y'all remember that movie? I think it was a John Carpenter movie, They Live, where they put the glasses on and they could see the aliens. The Earth had got invaded and by aliens that looked just like us. And when you put these glasses on, these special glasses on, you could see them. They was ugly as hell, by the way. And it was taking over the country. That's what I feel was going on. She might not be an alien, but she's not for us. She's against us. And she's going to take the country straight to hell. It feels like hell already. But nah, y'all ain't seen nothing yet, man. So, Gunfreak Nation, I love you. Y'all need to, get your guns and get your ammo, man. But I think they're going to really, really go after the ammo. I think she's going to go after that ammo. But anyway, Gunfreak Nation, I love y'all. I need y'all to stay armed. I need y'all to, be responsible with your firearms. I need you to stay righteous. All right? And and most important, be savage ready. Be ready to send that funky savage to funky time. You only got one life. So live it to the fullest and be able to protect yourself, because guess what? If you don't own a gun, a savage will own you. All right? And we need to, let me touch on one more thing. And I'm talking about the black community. In Gunfreak Nation, by the way, we are all-inclusive community, okay? We love everybody. Your skin tone or your race or whatever, it don't matter to us. What matters to us is your heart. If you got a righteous heart, you a member. But in the black community, I'm specifically talking to you right now. When we have civil unrest, instead of you worried about this and that and the latest fashion and sports and all that and Jordans and, all that type of stuff, man, I get it. But you need to take that money that you're spending on them shoes or whatever, weed or whatever. And I ain't trying to stereotype nobody, but I'm in the hood. I see this every day. Especially the single parent households. If you got a son, teach him the right way. Teach him, get a gun, teach him how to train with that gun. Train with that gun. So in the case of our neighborhoods might get invaded or whatever, be able to be trained to be able to resist, be a resistance, be able to fight back. Because I'm going to tell you something right now. When there is no more police, and by the way, Kamala was for that defund the police bull crap back in the day. She was for that back during the George Floyd. She was one of the ones that was pushing all that defund the police. Ain't that some stupid crap? Because where there is no police presence, then there is lawlessness. And in the lawlessness, any and everything will happen. Who's to say we won't have mobs of, of enemies coming and breaking in and just doing all kind of savage stuff to you, and you don't know how to use a weapon because you never trained. You listen to your preacher. You listen to Biden. You listen to Harris. Oh, I don't need no gun. That's what 911 is for. Well, guess what? It may not be no 911 to even call when it really hit the fan. You got to think. But so many people is just so lost, man. And it's sad. So I think that you need to get armed or you're going to be a future victim. And maybe even a fucking slave. So y'all get armed, And now I'm talking about everybody right now. Black, white, and everything in between. Get armed now. Now's the time to do it. I love you, Gunfreak Nation. Appreciate you. And y'all be safe. Salute.